about. I'm excited, excited, excited. You ain't gonna believe I've been having conversations ever since we talked at 12, and I got something, okay? Oh, no problem, Buck. Roe probably can handle it. Send him and won't you email him the issues? He'll probably handle it for you. He's like I'm gonna call him Roe the mechanic from now on. He's the mechanic. All right, in just a second, I'll start talking. Jonathan, if you can, try to get Chuck here. I'd like to have Chuck here also. You can get him.
I'm here, Tom. What you need?
Chuck.
Yes, sir.
What I'd like you to do for me is take and I'd like you to post it in the room, okay? You had numbers for NVIDIA. Can you do for their earnings? Can you do that for NVIDIA? And you do it for Palantir at their last earnings, those numbers there, for AMD, for Apple, that's four, there's five, Amazon, those five, sort of like a little spreadsheet you can post in the rooms, all the rooms, okay?
It would take a few minutes to collect, but I could get that done.
No, just take your time doing it. Just if you'll get it posted before the weekend, I'd appreciate it, those five. Because you made me so much money with what you gave me on NVIDIA. I think we're on to something big time to help people. I just need to play it out a little bit to be able to share it with other people once I see it over the weekend.
All right. Could you run those five by me one more time?
Yeah. We'll type it into the room. Okay. Amazon. Jonathan, will you type it in there? Amazon, NVIDIA, Apple, Palantir. I think I said MU, didn't I? Did I say MU? Micron?
We can do MU.
Yeah, do MU. Yeah, those five.
Okay, so NVIDIA, Palantir, Amazon, Apple, and Micron.
Oh, AMD, do six. We got to do seven. I never do six, so we got to do seven now, Chuck. Got AMD, and let's use Uber. Use Uber.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you get it done by the time we finish, we'll post it in here, but try to post it in all the rooms where I can go look at it later, okay?
All right, I'll see what I can put together.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Chuck. All right, folks, it's the weekend wrap up. We'll take a small break about 3:30. Do our weekend side hustle trade. We'll do that, and then we'll come back and finish up. Okay? So before I get started, is there anybody have any questions they'd like me to answer? Jerry says, why did I just stop at 6? Jerry, I've always avoided the number 6 for a couple reasons. And it's either got to be 5 or 7. You don't hear me say magic 6. I always got magic 5. Hey, Tasha. All right, risk involved in trading. Board is risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. In my opinion, the market took a correction today, went down to 64.55. Write this number down. This number is valid going into September, 64.30. As long as we're above 64.30 on the S&P, you would expect the market to eventually have buyers step back in. Everybody got that number? 64.30 going into next week, okay? And the high today was 65.18. You might as well know that number too, 65.18. All right, the weekly trade letter just got better. Chuck Crow is now going to do an assessment on Wednesday each week. of what we said. Typically Monday at the close, we'll put this out. This week it'll be Tuesday at the close. He'll do a short-term assessment on Wednesday. We'll talk about it in Train and Trade, and it will be published inside the Telegram channel. Speaking of that, if you're signed up for the weekend or the weekly trade letter, make sure you come into the Telegram channel. We sold about 470 of these, and we only got 250 in the Telegram channel. Make sure you go there, because what I will do, the reason I want you there, I might call a special flash meeting just for the weekend trade letter, and I can do it very simply, saying everybody that bought it can come to it. If y'all do that, I would appreciate it. Make sure you get in there. If you bought it, check your email. I'm sure there was an invitation there with a link, okay? Is anybody not in Telegram that has the weekend weekly trade? John, isn't that how you post a letter inside there?
The full details are read in the membership area for one click, but in the Telegram, we let you know when it's posted. So that's critical there.
Okay, so you be in Telegram. Perfect. That's the gist. I hope people, I want to make this statement, in my opinion, I hope y'all made some money on silver. Boy, it took off. Silver will be in play next week. Silver is over $40.50. This might be the run to $50 a share, $50 an ounce. So I'll do some work over the weekend, let you know Monday night at 7 when I have the futures first. Okay. I actually made some money, like I told you. I said, go read that video. I did that silver during Train and Trade today. All right, the retirement center. What's the importance of the retirement center education program? You know what the importance is? From now to the end of the year, I'm going to share with you tickers that I keep in my IRA where you won't miss out. We're not going to charge you for that, but I'm going to share with you. We have, from time to time, we'll have a flash meeting. That flash meeting will be notified inside the retirement center. And here's the beautiful part about it. We're not charging anything for that. You have to be inside the retirement center Telegram channel to get the information about the flash meeting. I'm using Tasty Trade as a referral program where I can train from that. So when we talk about retirement center, we'll be talking about strategies starting next Friday. That's one reason you already get the referral, because starting next Friday, they'll be using the Tasty Trade software. They got new software out. I'm going to be using it. And so get you an account with them, and, you know, Jonathan will give you the link if you want to do that, but it's totally free for you. Get on board. Any questions about that? And there it is. Go to row@dtitrader.com. Okay. This is the next big event, I guess we'll say it. You got to register to attend Monday morning, 10 o'clock. Try to be there. I think you are going to see how to handle the month of September way before most people even thinking about what I'm going to be talking about on Monday morning at 10 o'clock. Pretty good stuff. Jonathan, let's update this and show it to people. And you got to remember at the end of this to be sure to print me a copy.
Yeah, when that closing bell fires off, I'll update it once again, but let's get it updated for now. Hey, Tom, is your print computer online for later on?
Yeah, it's ready to go. That sucker's very valuable.
Okay.
No, it works good.
Thanks for checking. Let's see. What time is it? 3:11. All right, we're updated. We got the S&P Dow, NASDAQ all remaining long as we head into the end of the month. Crude oil is still short.
So I got validated today, Jonathan, I told people July 21st, this market was going to melt up. And look at those numbers on the E-mini, NASDAQ, and Dow. That's exactly what happened, isn't it? It melted up during the month of August when you sit and look at the big picture.
Sure did. I've always said, Tom, your big picture calls are second to none. That's and you give those out for free during all your webinars. So endless value everybody gets by just tuning in and listening to you. Gotta listen though.
Yasmin's got something to ask you, Jonathan. I don't know how you do that. How do you do that?
For Monday's webinar, if you're in any of the Telegram channels, you can just rely on the Telegram invite for Monday morning. I think that's what you're asking, Yasmin.
Is that what you're asking, Yasmin?
They'll also get emails, so and SMS, so they should be good.
We
That's
got
not Adam Mowry we just heard, is it?
Yep, that was me.
Well, hello. Nice to see you, hear you. All right, Jonathan, anything that comes to mind here? Look at Tesla had a good month. Berkshire's taking off, didn't it? Went to 505. 506.72 was its high. All the index. Look at gold. There's a play on gold, Jonathan. I'll wait till next week to do it. There's a trade coming on gold, GLD. Be sure to attend, the first trade day on Tuesday, train and trade. There's a play I'm looking at on gold we'll do for the month of September.
love me some gold. In terms of the overall market strength, I would like to see the mix up in technology, that picture get cleared up. We see all those, or the majority of them go green next month. That's a good sign. If we continue to see a mixed bag, it's going to be a mixed bag. But NVIDIA and AMD should be playing together.
Jonathan, I don't know if remember Chuck said there was a sector rotation going on, and you can see it in certain stocks that have really outperformed the technology stocks this month. Certain companies, and maybe we're in that stage of the game. You're going to see more of that. I'm not sure.
Right. That's one.
I think by the time we get to October to clear up, because in October, November, December, those usually 3 best months of the year.
Yeah, that's really my point. I want to see some more clarity in the across the tech world for more of an all clear signal, I guess was my point. Let's keep going. Down at the bottom here, these are weekly dividend payers that Tom likes. And of course, there's WPM, Wheaton Precious Metals.
That's my go-to stock if I've got gold and silver going. My go-to stock, WPM. That KGC that I've been long, really soaring, and somebody in here still has the CDE. That was a heck of a buy too. CDE. Okay, keep rocking.
Tom, another one that you got into for the precious metals program was SAND, S-A-N-D. That one's still performing well.
Where did I buy it at?
Around $6. It's over 11 now.
100%?
Getting pretty close.
Close to it, and
Yep.
pretty
Great
strong.
calls. Very strong. Okay.
All right, our train and trade. You need to change this in the month of September. I'm doing it again in September, coming your way. Bill, I am long TLT from yesterday. I did a put spread. It's out to the third Friday of September. All right, education for next week. We're going to stay with the roadmap, how to tie that to the weekly trend, aligning your strategy with market context. That'll be on Tuesday on Train and Trade. There's tools in the roadmap to help us decipher the ups and downs and smooths it out for us. We'll do that on Tuesday, Train and Trade. Wednesday, 5 stocks on this week's watch list that I tell you that will pay you. You don't want to miss Wednesday. Thursday, building a trading plan that guides your decision. This is where we get into the 3-day algo and finding the stocks that are going to be players in the month of September. You don't want to miss that. Man, I don't know why anybody would want to miss Train and Trade next week. These subjects are off the chart. And Friday, taking that first 3 days report and setting up the actual framework for putting our dollars at risk. I love it. Isn't this great? This is great, great, great. All Train and Trade recordings can be found on the Tom Busby YouTube channel. Go to the live tab at dtitrader.com/YouTube. In-person classes on the 22nd and 23rd of September. If you attend in person, you get a complimentary year with me online, which, by the way, that price is going up, so that the value just got bigger on the online education. We think we teach more in 2 days. You'll learn a year online. Just ask people who've been there, I guess, is the way to think about it. Right, Jonathan? Just got to ask them. Don't ask me. All right, Tuesday, I talked to Kelly, Jeffrey, and Kareen Tuesday afternoon, 2 to 4. I'm going to make a case and show you the value proposition for being face-to-face. I'm going to do it a 2-hour presentation on Tuesday. It'll be September the 2nd. I'll cover an overview of the value you get from attending a small class. I'm going to get into details, things that we do. Anyone interested is invited, but you must email row@dtitrader.com to see exactly what some people know that you don't. So it might be worth your time to show up Tuesday at 2. Okay. Anyone interested is invited. Five things to watch next week. The Labor Day, the holiday, Tuesday to Friday, should be set up. Remember, in general, most markets are closed Monday, except for futures. The stock market opens at 8 o'clock Monday night. A lot of 99. How many people knew that? If you hadn't heard it from me, you would have known that. How many people knew that? Actual stock market opens Monday night at 8. Thanks, Buck, for giving me credit. All right. Jobs on Friday. That's a big announcement. Jobs is. How many people know the roadmap now captures the key numbers at 8 o'clock at night for people on stocks? New feature. ISM and PMI Tuesday and Thursday next week. Barry will be Monday night at 8. Monday night at 8. Monday night at 8. Sunday night, you'll be off this Sunday night. So Monday night at 8. If you're in my futures first, I might post something on silver and gold Sunday night in the room. Okay. That's pretty good stuff. Peak hurricane season. That was interesting. That got my eye. Check Home Depot. Now, Jonathan, you got the Monday, we got the 10 o'clock Labor Day webinar. Tuesday, we have a live SPX. I think people in SPX are starting to think, wow, they didn't realize they were going to get all that in the beta phase. You see those announcements of people in my SPX? I hope Jonathan's got a list of what everybody posted this morning. If not, if you had a good day with what I taught you, type in there how good a day it was. Let people see. Read them and weep is the way I used to say in poker. I am teaching people things they'll never get anywhere else on the SPX. This morning I talked to several people talking about the value proposition in SPX. Have connected dots, 10:45, 11 o'clock train and trade. Small class overview at 2. Tuesday's a busy day. Wednesday, we got 11 train and trade. And 11 o'clock. Yeah, futures will go off as planned Monday night at 7. Thursday, got another live trade situation on Thursday with train and trade at 11. And then, of course, Friday, we've got the big news of 11 a.m. train and trade, 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. weekly wrap. Jonathan had to answer that question, Bruce. I don't know. I'm using it now, so it should be available.
Tom, you're using the August 6th update.
Yeah, August 6th is the version I got.
Let me tell you what it does, Bruce. You got to have your roadmap open at night with the chart up for it to continue charting your stock data. That's the current version. To get overnight quotes, you got to have it up and running overnight and have your chart open and ticking along. What the team is working on now, Bruce, is that in a table format. So hopefully, table format. And I think I got to get a confirmation from Jeff, but I want to get some more clarity about whether or not we could say have a roadmap closed at night and then open it the next day and still see the overnight data. That's probably the end goal, I would imagine. But for now, if you have the roadmap open and chart up and ticking along, you'll get that overnight data in stocks.
Well, it's at 40.70 now, dinosaur. So about another $10 to go. Key dates in September, write them down, know about them. That's when the market can change. You need to be aware about those dates before they happen. Jonathan, go over this with everybody.
With the Labor Day holiday on Monday, futures more or less have a fairly standard schedule. They'll still open up Sunday night and they'll trade all the way up until 1 p.m. Monday afternoon, albeit with probably lower volume, at least once we get past Asia and Europe. And then they halt and come back online Monday night at 6 p.m. and we'll trade normal from there on out through the rest of the week. As for futures, for stocks, they're closed on Monday, but as Tom pointed out, they should open up Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Joe DiMaggio. Here's a question I asked this morning. How many people know how many games he hit consecutively hits? Skip had it right away, 56. Sam's got it. Junior's got it. 56 is the number. That's pretty good stuff, isn't it? I always remember that record. I was a baseball guy. And yeah, Mr. Coffee. That's right. It's Mr. Coffee. But heavy smoker. Married Marilyn Monroe. Y'all heard of her. This guy was a real champion of champions. Joe DiMaggio. They called him Jumping Joe, didn't they? Yeah, that was his nickname, Jumping Joe. All right, folks. I'm putting it on the line. I got 26 wins in a row with my one ticker. That's right, 26 wins in a row. It's on the line. Next week, I'll be putting out a one ticker trade. See if I can grab 27. Yeah, Joltin' Joe. I said Jumping Joe, Joltin' Joe. How it works. I focus on the QQQ. I pay about $1 for the option. And I find that high probability payout. I'll alert you immediately and make it happen. You'll get an email notification, plenty of time to get in. Not a day trade, but plenty of time to get in with the idea that we're going to try to, grab anywhere from 20 to 35% in profit. Great program. We notify in Telegram when we're going to do it. I'll see it set up and then I'll tell Jonathan, get ready and just tell him. Great overnight payday from QQQ like you've seen many times throughout the year. There's a couple examples, huge examples of the payout. Never leave you hanging. If I get you in, we'll get you out. Tell you when we're getting out anyway. The one ticker. Copy and paste the trade if you want to do it. Let it run. Pretty good average, 81% average, 18% return. That's not bad. Across 50 plus trades and 920 is the average payout. Pretty good stuff. Need less than $100 to take the average trade. Not much money to play this option. We have a course for options for rookies you can go through. Take your level of option knowledge up. And then a booklet on the power of the QQQ. Now today we made this special offer. It was a big success this morning. Everybody wants to see if I get number 27. If I get number 27, you got a scholarship for the month. $97 for 30 days. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, if you got any questions, call 904-706-3532. If you like what you hear, want to be part of it, the 27th trade will be issued next week. Neil said he met Joe. Jimmy? 30 days start Tuesday. $97. Down here in Ponte Vedra, that's about 2 pizzas. If Pretty good stuff, isn't it? All right, Jonathan, we got a trade to put out, don't we?
I was just about to ask you about the side hustle trade, Tom.
All right.
How about I put a clock up and we can talk?
Yeah, what do you say? About 10 minutes?
Okay.
People used to go see Houdini. Everybody know who Houdini is, right? Just to see if he could get out of the cage. You pay 97 bucks to see if I could put 4 more trades on the books and take it to 30. See if I can get out of the cage. Gotta have a little fun doing this, don't we? A little challenge. You got to pick the opportunity, time, and entry criteria, and all that. Let me go give him the trade for the weekend side hustle. One of the best strategies that we've come up with over the years. Who's a member of the weekend side hustle? It's got a trade coming your way. Hey, Jonathan, where do they get the trade for the weekend?
As soon as I can do my job, they'll get it via email, text, and telegram. All right, the weekend side hustle trade is up. Buck says he just got it. Thanks, Buck.
Buckaroo. Monica says, give me that trade. You know, the weekend side hustle trade, it's a simple strategy, but boy, does it pay. Jonathan, I think this is from memory. I think we made about 25 trades and lost on one. Pretty tight, pretty close to that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's been rocking. I don't know the exact number, but it's been doing.
Yeah, I don't know the exact number, but this strategy we got, people seem to love it a lot. Love it, love it, love it. All right, folks. We'll get started in a minute 37. I would like Jonathan to go live and look at the money maker at the end of this and make sure everybody sees it. Debbie, why can't Debbie find it?
Debbie, are you in the Weekend Profits Club service? If so, check your Telegram channel, or you can just log in directly to One Click Trading and find it in the Weekend Side Hustle area there.
You also get an email and text alert.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all the communications there. So we got a text notification, we got a Telegram notification, we got an email, and if all else fails, log in.
Debbie, are you in the room, the Telegram channel? If you're not part of the Weekend Side Hustle, you're just not getting a text. Send Jonathan Rowe at DTI Trader. He'll follow up and find out why you're not getting stuff. Debbie's coming in person, Jonathan, down here.
Good deal.
App, email, Telegram. Yeah, Rowe at DTI Trader. Send him one.
All right, Bucks on the Weekend Profits Club program. He says you got all three alerts: Telegram, text message, and email. Got to be a part of the program to get the alerts, of course, but
Yeah.
They are issued throughout all the communication channels.
Todd, you had to make that call. Use the probing technique. Don says, is there any reason I like to focus on the XSP? Don, like I said, I think I'm 23 out of 25 trades. I hate to change when I'm leading the pack. You know what I mean? I'll look at the other one though. It'd be easy to do. I could look at the other one. All right, let's go live. Debbie, send Rowe at DTI Trader. He'll get on it. Jonathan, bring up the money maker with those tickers I put in this morning. I want to show everybody how important it is.
Okay.
85 high, 55 low will still work for buy and sell.
All righty. Let me get that set up, Tom. I just got some information from Chuck too that I'm going to add to the slides while we look at it.
We'll do that when we come back.
Right. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, good. Folks, what we're about to give you is worth a fortune. Chuck, been with me for 20 plus years. He knew exactly what I wanted him to do, and he's gonna give it to us so you can use it.
Yeah, Tom, I got to warn you real quick. We are starting a new month. So a lot of the calculations are based on the monthly open, which is what we did with NVIDIA. I went ahead and did a 6% up or down, which is typically what you get on an earnings day. But I'm going to update that thing next week. So just
Yeah,
so
we'll
we're clear on
update
that.
it next week. I just want to show people where to start from. All right, folks, does everybody see the 6485 area? That was the high that we identified looking at the roadmap software on the compass that basically said we had to get higher than that number to go higher. Who was here this morning when I showed you the market was down unless it got higher than 6485? That was very valuable information. So using that information, I said, well, how high would some of these other tickers be if we went that high? Does everybody see the SPY at 645.79 right there? Does everybody see the SPX at 64.70? So if you'd used the reference bar, XSP 647, I shorted the XSP calls at 64.57 or 64.07. Those calls paid me 50 cents. That means if you had 10 contracts, I got paid $500. Don't you want to use the money maker with the roadmap software the next time you trade? Does everybody see how valuable this is? Once you identify resistance and support like we did, you can do it every day. Every day you can do this. In fact, I'm going to start showing people other things that they can use, but this should be something everybody ought to be doing when they're selling calls, buying puts, whatever you're doing. So everybody sees that. So here's a strategy. What if you did iron condor at 647.48 and a 45.44, right? That would expire worthless. So you can make even more money than 50 cents. Anybody want to make 700 bucks? This is what I'm going to use, the money maker, when I sell options with the XSP in my SPX program. That's what I'm going to train on next week. And for the fun of it, Jonathan, get the link if anybody wants to join SPX, because we got 7 spots left if anybody wants to take one of them on SPX.
Okay, sounds good. Let me make sure I got the link right.
Somebody might want to join it because you heard what everybody said. Post some of those things that people were saying this morning. Or if you made money on SPX this morning on what I taught you in the 9:45, 10:30 block, post in there what you made where we can copy it. It'd be the easiest way, copy and paste it for everybody to see. But the money maker is really good for if you like selling options, and I like selling options. There's the link for SPX beta if anybody wants to do it. Neil made $450 on one contract. I didn't tell him to do it. I taught him how to do it. Junior made 620 bucks on it. And that was just that staying focused on that first block in the morning, the SPX block. That's some pretty powerful stuff. Did you copy and paste that, Jonathan? Have you had time to add that? Kelly was looking for some of this stuff.
Yep, I'm grabbing it now, Tom.
I mean, 450 is nothing to sneeze at, folks. You know how much money that is? If you average 5 days a week hitting that block, 2,500 a week, 2,500 times. Oh, you're only risking 200 bucks. Neil, there should be, but I'm gonna do a new one. Okay, wait for next week. I'll do a new one on the moneymaker. This is kind of feature that you can't, if you're going to trade options, you got to have, that's why I say you got to have the roadmap. Roadmap. I'll meet up with the roadmap. Of course. Fun to look at. Now let's talk about TQQ. Everybody see the TQQ? See the TQQ at 88. What is it? 88. What is it, Jonathan? 88. What is it?
88.5 is the bottom number, and you can call 90 the top number.
All right. So if I went to 80, let me just do something real quick for the fun of it, okay? TQQ. If I went to the TQQ with an expiration date of next Friday, and I chose, what was it, 88.5, Jonathan?
Yeah, that's what so these are predicted levels based off of, looks like a 30-point range in the S&P, 64.85 down to 64.55.
All right, so here's a trade for everybody sticking around. I'm going to give you. It's a 87.5. Hold on, let me find it here. 87.5, 87 for next Friday. I got it at 15 cents. You got 50 cents of risk. Let's do the math. What's 15 cents on 35 cents, Jonathan, percentages?
15 on 35 is 43%, close to it.
All right, we'll put this in TNT. That'll be our trade in September right there for next Friday's expiration. It'd be selling to 87.5, 87. Notice that I calculated my big number on S&P is 54.30. As long as we don't take that out, I should be good on that trade right there. Anybody want to, you know, if you did 10 of them, Jonathan, how much money would you have to put up to make 150 bucks? 350 bucks?
Yeah, 35 times 1,000. Yep, that's it.
Anybody like that kind of trade for TNT? Start out September with? That'd be in our TNT program. Try to give you a scholarship if it hits for next week. You see, I got it though, right? I took the TQQ and said if a good price level would be 87.5. Todd, you can't get into the Telegram channel?
What's your target, Tom? 6 cents?
Yeah, 6 cents.
Okay.
Make it good to cancel. One day, hopefully you'll hear that sound. Click. Cash register ringing. My order's in, good to cancel. Well, folks, I want everybody to have a great weekend. I'll see everybody come Monday at 10. Been a great week, great month. We did it again. They said it couldn't be done, but we did it again. And now we're going to get started on September. Thank you for coming. Jonathan, that's all I got. I don't know, are you going to stream the whole thing on one ticker in case anybody wants to listen to it?
I can certainly turn it on in the background. And hey, Tom, one more thing, actually, before you leave. You still there?
Still here.
Here's what Chuck pulled up for us.
Oh, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Chuck's still here. Chuck, if you want to chime in.
Yeah. Chuck, why don't you explain to me what you gave in here? I'm taking a picture of it because I'm going to use it over the weekend to make money next week.
Well, we're going to have a new open of the month, so I'll get you that early on. Probably no, can't do it Monday because market's closed. I'll get it to you Tuesday.
Do
Or
it
maybe-
Tuesday at Train and Trade.
Yeah,
Special
we'll do
bonus.
that Tuesday at Train and Trade. But earlier this week for Train and Trade, preparing for the Nvidia earnings, we looked at the Nvidia open of the month, high of the month, low of the month, and they changed a little bit, I think. Or no, they didn't change because we only made it up to 184.47 after the earnings report. Not really challenging the low, but Nvidia is being a little bit cantankerous. In addition, one of the things that I did sort of on my own was I figured out that the last Nvidia earnings report, and I'll have to research and get all the dates for all the earnings reports, but the one previous to this one, you had about a 5.92% move, either up or down, right? So round that out, we'll look at 6% up or down from the open of the month just to see if we're, kicking off anything. So that's the up 6%, down 6%. This is the month of August. So next week will be the month of September. And we won't have too much information on the high and low because we're only one day in. But we'll get that 6% target, see how they jump. And I might even go out and figure out, what Apple tends to move on its earnings, what AMD tends to move, like break it down for each individual one. But 6% seemed a pretty good standard to run with for something kind of quick here.
And folks, what we'll do, we'll have Chuck do this at least once a week in our Train and Trade with the tickers that they're in the thing. What you take from this is the following: when you see Apple broke out of that range, Apple is moving higher, and that's the way that range tells us. And if you look at Nvidia down there, Nvidia is staying inside its range. That takes you to a selling put strategy that I used. Okay. Palantir
really broke the range.
What did?
Palantir, you're just about to go there. That was a huge break.
Yeah, Palantir broke, but these are the kind of things that help us navigate our ways through these volatile stocks. But AMD, if you look at AMD, it opened the year at 121, 140, month 171.50, had a high of 186. It's trying to fight its way back. Chuck, it would help probably to put a current price on your column. That way you don't have to revert off. It makes more sense to look at the current price next time you do the report. But post this in all the rooms, will you? Was it telling to come Tuesday to Train and Trade, and we'll explain it.
Okay, we can do that.